What's good with YouTube? You already know, Big Flocka with a convict's reaction, where we smash, dash, and react. Please hit the like, subscribe, comment, do all those things to help support this channel, and hit that bell notification for future fire reactions. So, man, I'm gonna touch base on a very sensitive subject, man, and I don't know. It's hard to give a perspective on this as far as how I feel my reaction to it, man. And we're gonna talk about the Budlight, the stuff with Kid Rock, John Rich, all these other cats that have been boycotting Budlight. Now, I'm going to emphasize this. I don't believe in discrimination. I don't believe in anything that's racism, prejudice, or none of that stuff, man. But I do feel that we have a responsibility as a community and public to see. It's hard, man, because this country has been divided for so long, and this country has divided and destroyed a lot of cultures, and we don't talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Commercials play a pivotal role in the influencing of the communities. Do you guys know that, right? There is a lot of stuff was being done in the 60s and 70s and 80s to promote, advocate different things. You know what I'm saying? Biracial relationships, whatnot, more of an Americanized culture, leaving behind your culture, whether you're from Mexico, fucking Middle Eastern, whatever. You become more Americanized. And see, I have no problem with anybody that's gay, LGBT community or whatnot. None whatsoever. If they can do a job, they deserve a job. You know what I'm saying? They deserve to be treated like anybody else. Okay. And the company has every right to promote and, anything that they want to promote out there. Whoever they want to have in their commercials, they're allowed to do that. Just like they can take people, take people's endorsements away. Well, entertainers can take their support away for certain businesses as well. And see, whether people like it or not, sometimes you're going to have a backlash effect from that. People may be criticizing these media celebrities, but this is their belief, and you can't sit there and curtail or try to circumvent or try to deflect or try to sit there and make someone believe what your ideologies are. So Kid Rock and all these people, they spoke what they want to speak, and that's what they believe. For instance, me personally, I don't think that they should be teaching none of that stuff in schools, because this is where your kid's supposed to be brought into into learning stuff. A lot of their indoctrination, everything that comes from their teachings. We come into this world knowing nothing. Everything is instilled in us. Learned behaviors, you know what I'm saying? Everything that's taught. And see, so that's the part where I can sit there and understand sometimes people don't want to support these type of advertisements because, not saying it's wrong, whatever you choose to do, but you're advocating it for certain people that maybe this is not what they believe in. And everybody has the right to believe what they believe. So I don't look at anybody really at fault. If these entertainers don't want to support Bud Light, so be it. It is what it is, right? And if Bud Light, Budweiser, Anheuser-Busch wants to sit there and say, you know what, we're going to pull this commercial back and we don't like the backlash and it affects us from a business standpoint, but we support you guys, they could do that as well. Whatever it may be, because at the end of the day, we're humans. We don't control what the next human does. Everybody wants to be the director, the actor, the cleaner, everything at once. They feel like they can do everything. You know what I'm saying? You play your position in life. You live life on life's terms. You can't get affected by what you can't control. Like, you can't control what Anheuser-Busch puts out there. You can't control what these entertainers say. Like me, I don't think none of that stuff should be taught in schools. And they're trying to force feed that into our schools. There's certain things that you as a parent, you as a family, should be able to teach yourself what your beliefs are to your child. Whether it's something that you believe or I don't, it doesn't matter. That's your right. That's your parental duty. That's your parental responsibility. Not for a school to tell me how I'm supposed to. So you see how it becomes a delicate topic, I think people sometimes at times get too carried away with trying to preserve what they feel is their, God-given right at times, which is okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care that the person wants to sit there and push their beliefs out there or whatever gender they are. You know what I'm saying? But commercials have been known to push a narrative to try to influence people out there in the communities. They started doing that. If you look at the commercial traditions in 70s, 80s, it's a way to manipulate the people and to believe what they want you to believe. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we just see things and we don't realize it starts to stick up here. You know what I'm saying? So as a parent, if you everybody always says, I don't care what my kid is, I'm gonna fucking love them, right? But deep down, some of us don't want our kids to turn into we want the traditional values, what we consider traditional. Because, and the reason why I use the word traditional is because that's what the majority of the people in this world, I'm saying, are. It's man and woman as one union. So therefore, most of us don't want to hear about our kids wanting to, get married to a female or a male or anything like that. So therefore, our influences are always going to be this way. You know what I'm saying? But you should be able to let a kid grow into who they are, who they be, until they reach that adulthood, and then they can live their life. And you can always sit there as a spectator to give advice when needed. Too many people are, voicing their opinion. Like, we don't want to be discriminated, right? Okay, I get that part. You know what I'm saying? But here's an example. So he's a gang member. Do you want his attitude, his actions, and what he does in the streets to be fucking put out there in a commercial? No. Now, everything is becoming a new world. It's becoming confusing. And I don't know where the future goes. You know what I'm saying? I really think that a lot of these tactics keep us away from the real issues at hand that we have in this country. We're worried about a fucking commercial. You know what I'm saying? This commercial is getting more airtime and more airplay than the fucking dude that gave the Pentagon secrets up. It's just sad that we live in this world. It's the same thing with YouTube. Drama sells. You come in here with a fucking A+ fucking Klecha spill or A1 interview, but if you're drama or if you're funny, or if you're this and that, you're going to get the views. You know what I'm saying? So, some of this stuff may be staged at times too, though, man. Controversy sells, man, and these are good marketers. Now everybody's talking about Bud Light. You're going to see some support. You're going to see some that won't support Bud Light no more. It's just the truth, man. So as a giving my honest reaction, I don't care. That's the truth of it. As long as it's not being forced in schools, I'm okay with it. Don't force your beliefs or what you want to force upon my child. Okay, that's the only problem I have with all this stuff. They're already becoming a soft culture as it is. You know what I'm saying? And it's only going to get worse. Let us as parents do what we want to believe in. If you want to believe in certain things, then that's okay. Like I said, I have no problem with the LGBT community. You know what I'm saying? I have friends that are fucking gay and bi, lesbian couples, all kinds of shit. Like, it doesn't affect me. It doesn't bother me. But I'm not going to teach my kid, this is what I want you to be. No, man. You know what I'm saying? You still want to teach those traditional values as a parent, man. That's just the truth of it. And so I could see where people like Kid Rock may feel a certain way, but that's his right to feel that way. Whether you agree or I agree, it doesn't matter. He is his own individual person who has his own way of thinking. You can't challenge that or change that, and that's what nobody's talking about. They're making more of a controversy that you have to accept this. You don't have to accept nothing you don't believe in. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the truth. So my whole perspective is this, man. If people quit worried and giving attention to what others are doing, this world would be a better place. Okay? If you don't believe in it, then turn off that Anheuser-Busch commercial when it comes on. Tell your kids not to watch it. Do whatever you got to do. That's your right. Same thing with Anheuser-Busch. You can't get mad if you're getting criticized by these celebrities. They have the right to believe what they believe in. See, back in the days, you could agree to disagree. You could sit there and have conversations that have substance and bring up these issues. And you know what? All right, I may not agree with you, but I hear what you're saying and still respect that person and go back to the normal day. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of old timers that still carry that type of tradition. I've seen people where one's a straight conservative and one's a straight radical liberal. They may not see eye to eye on political things, but as people, they're friends. See, it's okay. It's okay nowadays. It's not okay nowadays to have certain beliefs, depending on what city you live in, geographical locations, and the people that run that community. It shouldn't be like that. You should be able to live free and think the way you want to think and feel the way you want to feel. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care. I don't care that Anheuser-Busch put this commercial out. I don't care that fucking Kid Rock feels the way he feels. It's not a problem. It's not my issue. Now, if there's something if this was being forced in schools to be, to promote, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to have an issue with that. Now, I don't mind them talking about, you know what, we shouldn't discriminate over anybody, whether they're this and that, you know what I mean? But we're coming into a topic that should be a discussion amongst parents with their kids. You know what I'm saying? You know, you before you used to have to sign a letter for sexual education. You guys remember that? Your parents had to agree. Nowadays, the schools feel like they control who and what your child learns outside the home. It shouldn't be like that, man. So this is just my views on it, man. You know, I was watching a couple of different channels respond to it, and we talk about not wanting to be discriminated from our past, which we should be, right? We shouldn't be discriminated from our past. But at the same time, some things in our past are going to be perceived by other people, and that's their God-given right. Is it right? A lot of times it's not right. But do you as a person control what the next person thinks or does? You don't. With that said, this is my reaction, my perspective, man, my views. Hey, it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, go out there, do something productive, do something positive, man, and don't let nothing set you back. I'm out.